Welcome back, family. This is your boy ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks here, listen, that just simply means, Ed, hey, I got a hot one for you today because I know all my project coordinators or people that are looking to be project coordinators. I know you have that program. Like, what are the skills that are required? Like, what do I need to master? I got you covered. Check me out. So today's episode is entitled, What are the skills needed to be a project coordinator? As you know, I have 7 points. I mean, maybe we'll reduce them down to five, but this I don't know why I'm loving these 7 points so much, but that's my new 7 point framework. So we'll see what happens, see what type of feedback I get from the family. But let's go on to the first point. First point is organizational skills. Ooh. Having high organizational skills will make you an amazing, no, will make you a good, no. It will make you an exceptional project manager. I'm just going to be honest with you because when you have great, amazing organizational skills, what this allows you to do is it allows you to make sure that the documentations, or as I'll say, the project artifacts are in place, which aligns with making sure the schedule is on point, making sure the budget, you know, the triple constraints. If you don't, watch one of the videos that I talked about the triple constraints. But again, I'll address them right here for you at a high level, making sure, like I said, the schedule, the budget, the cost, and most important, that the quality is on point. And one of the things that I've also noticed that is very important when you have these amazing organization skills is that you're ensuring that everyone, especially when you're closing the project, that all deliverables that were supposed to be logged and reported in, that you've been tracking them and ensuring that people have been doing what they were supposed to do, not what they thought they were supposed to. Okay, I won't even go in. That'll be another video. But what I'm saying, family, is when you have amazing organizational skills and being able to make sure your documents, make sure your meeting minutes, all are aligned. So at any time, if anyone tried to poke at your project and say, well, where we're at, oh, just pull up the schedule. Or what risk or issues, or how many we have. Oh, no problem. Hold on for a moment. Let me go to this document and pull it up. Let me pull up my risk register, or let me pull up my issue log. So it's important to have those organizational skills. You already know another one of the skill sets. And family, I know you're going to probably get tired of me saying it, but it again is just real. I'm telling you, as a real project manager, that these things are these soft skills, as well as I may mention a couple of hard skills, but mostly soft skills are very important. And again, it's communication. Yeah, communication. I mean, I can go on and on about how important communication is and being able to communicate effectively. And someone asked me, well, what does that look like, being able to communicate effectively? Being able to communicate effectively just means getting straight to the point. And again, knowing your audience. So if your audience is your stakeholders, you better make sure that you have all of the documents, make sure that you have everything lined up for your meetings that you're hosting, so your team, so you can set your team up for success and holding people accountable. See, communication is about holding people accountable and holding yourself accountable. If you say you're going to do something, do it, family. Let me move on. I won't burn that too much because there's a lot of videos covering communication, but the question was asked, so I wanted to make sure you understand communication is a big one. Time management. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. As a project manager, sometimes you'll get project manager or and project coordinator, you'll get inundated with a lot of requests, and having the ability to to learn to say no, uh, and to hold people to do what they said they were going to do. When you set a deadline and you hand the task over to the stakeholder that's responsible for that deadline, you need to make sure that on the agreed upon timeline and have that conversation, because what you can find yourself in, especially if you're a new project coordinator, somebody say, yeah, I'll get it done on Friday. And then when Friday shows up, you don't have a deliverable, and you're asking yourself, well, you just committed to me in the meeting that you will have it. Well, did you do what you were supposed to do? Were you organized well enough? Look how these skills are coming back. Were you organized well enough to be able to make sure this stakeholder knew that there was their responsibility to get this actual task done? And did you communicate to them the deadline? How would I have done that? Well, I would have verbally done it, and I also would have put it in an email in our meeting recap of the things that we said we were going to do. Or I also probably would have put it in my raid log. If you don't know what a raid log is, family, check out my video on that. I'll leave it up in the in one of these sides here where you can check it out. But again, being able to hold people accountable for the time that they said they were going to complete that deliverable, and if things shift or priorities shift, being able to be flexible to make that shift and identify, okay, if this is the new priority, again, document out, communicate out to the team, hey, the priority has shifted, this is the new priority, and make sure you document when the priority has shifted. Attention to details. This, man, have, let me tell you this. I've worked with some project coordinators that their attention to detail was so amazing. Like I even learned, like, anyway, I'm always constantly learning. I do have that, what they call the beginner's mindset. And what that simply means is I'm never too high, nor am I too low to say that, oh, well, I know it all. And because I got a decade a year and I have all these. No, 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 no. We don't do that here because we are consistently and constantly learning to continue to be exceptional project coordinators and project managers. So what I'm saying to you is, family, is that when you have the attention to detail, when you know when something was supposed to be done, when you know when contracts were supposed to be executed, when you know when the budget, when you're paying attention to how your budget is, making sure that your budget is not, you're not spending more than what you've been budgeted for the actual project. These are attention to details, or you're able to foresee something that's coming your way. I'll give you an example of one of the issues that has happened with me where I was able to foresee it before it happened. Well, we had these resources and people were just flip flopping, coming back and forth. It wasn't their fault. What it was is priority shifted. So when priority shifted, I had to escalate to get more resources because the resources was there. Their bandwidth was already too much. They were already taking on too much. So we needed additional help. So having that attention to detail, and a lot of this, family, comes with experience. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I could give you a shortcut. I know everyone else is selling you magic pills, and that if you take this magic pill, you'll be a project manager in 2 weeks, in 2 days, in 4 hours. Okay, I know I'm being a little excessive there, but I'm making a point, family. How I got where I'm at is through the lessons that I've learned along the way. They've been some great lessons, they've been some painful lessons, but the lessons allowed me to have the attention to detail that I had because I seen every time that I paid attention and paid attention from the beginning to the end and holding people accountable, making sure information is getting sent out on time, making sure that everyone understands what they need to be doing, when they need to be doing. It's like a symphony. I'm just conducting. So I just say all that, family, to make sure you're just staying aligned. Being a great problem solving is going to be huge. I think I've shared this before. Dr. Miles Monroe said, "You're kept for the problems you're solved, and you're let go for the problems you create." Ooh, that's heavy. What he was simply saying there is he was saying that, you know, you just think about it again. I know it's common sense, but sometimes common sense is uncommon. Is that fact when you want to work with somebody that's always looking to solve and seek the problem out instead of telling you 13 ways of how we can't do it, but they can't give you one way of how we can do it. That just simply saying they're so focused on, they're so inside of the problem, or that they can't even get out and see what the other opportunities are. And so when you have that, family, you have to be that one to find ways to solve the problem, and get creative and find creative ways. Because I always said that, I remember a mentor told me this, and I've shared this with you before, family, and when he said this to me, I was like, wow, that's powerful, because I never thought of it that way. He said, whenever you have a problem, just don't go to leadership or go to someone without a potential solution. I don't care if the solution is not going to work. I don't care if the solution is so off the wall, but it allows that person or allows that team to know that they don't have to do the thinking for you, that at least you put some effort in trying to find a way to solve the problem. I will work with that person every day. I'll put my back against their back, and we'll go back to back to make sure that we actually solve the problem. The biggest thing in project management, and this is point number 6, is teamwork and collaboration. If you develop a characteristic about yourself that you are someone that they can collaborate with, and that there's someone that you are a team player, this will be a good gateway in for you to get to that next level. Because when you think about it, as a project coordinator, sometimes you can feel like, man, I would love to be doing what that project manager is doing, or I would love to be doing this or that. So when you become more collaborative, when you become more of a teamwork type environment, it's not about, well, oh, that's not, I don't do that. That's not my job. Mm-mm. If we're working together, I'm jumping in and I'm getting dirty just as long as with you as well. I'm jumping in, put my two hands, my thoughts and everything, and I'm willing to go to distance with anyone that's willing to go to distance with me. And I'm not just gonna say, well, I'm the project manager. That's not what I do. No, I'm in there and I'm going to make sure that the team is successful. So being able to collaborate, being able to brainstorm, being able not to be and not to be fearful of any ideas or potential solutions you have, to put it out there. And if your solution or your idea is not selected, to have the courage to say, okay, that's cool, I'll put something else out, and just not shut down. So being able to have that team player type identity will take you long in this field of project management. My last and final point, and I'll leave you with this, family: the ability to be flexible and adaptable. I know that sounds almost like a Scrum framework. We probably could, talk about that, but honestly, when you have the ability to be flexible and adaptable, and what that looks like is being able to, if there was a priority going on and it shifted. Now, let's say you were leading this project and you were really being successful with this project, and leadership sends it down to the project manager, say, hey, we need to shift priority. Our customer, we have a 911, we got to get everything back up. Boom, you have to be able to be adaptable and adjustable, and not just complain and be frustrated and always have a negative approach to it. I'm telling you, it's already hard enough to lead a project and to be part of a project. To bring all the extra noise in doesn't help, but to be able to bring in a positive approach. I'm not saying be so positive that you don't pay attention to what's going on around you, because you remember one of the tips, or one of the points I made, was being able to have attention to detail. So being able to be flexible and adaptable will take you so far. I don't even know how to explain it, family. I tried to do my best on it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This has been your boy ED. Until next time, I'm out.